Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dawnless Days campaign, where we continue on as Gondor. So we just finished beating back Mordor's first army outside Osgiliath, and we also managed to repel a Corsair invasion. Now, they've got a unit of spears and a general, Adu Nakori, who's got a tier 4 very heavy shock infantry unit, and they are very good. We've got a unit of cavalry and half a unit of spear militia. So I'm thinking if we get these two crappy units, farmers and fishermen, because they're dirt cheap, is numbers going to be enough to win? Because I don't want to do a naval fight. I do not want to do that, because we will lose. Okay, that's a good sign. So them retreating means that they don't think they can win. However, that power bar is not in our favour at all. That looks like it's more in their favour, to be honest. Oh, that's annoying. If we fight that, they'll win. Their general will absolutely rinse all those militia fisherman units. And then the general, because it's not on land, he's just going to be 65 spearmen on a ship. So that's really annoying. That means we're going to have to pull back. However, I don't want... they shouldn't be able to recruit any units on sea, or at sea. So it will only be those two units. Now I think they're going to sail back south. I would like to have destroyed the army, don't get me wrong. But we really don't want to be keeping Angbor around for another turn, because he's costing nearly 500 gold coins. And I'm not really bothered. We wasted about 400 gold coins recruiting them there. That's not a huge amount. But I thought we might have won that just on numbers. If I got the cavalry unit as well, but they cost 800, so that's a lot more. But I think if we had them as well, the auto resolve would have been in our favour. So if I disband all of them, that's going to leave us with a spear and a shield unit. And what? A tiny bit? We're replenishing one per turn. It's going to take us 37 turns to replenish that unit. Wow. Okay. That's a bit ridiculous, but fair enough. Yeah, it's going to be annoying. But we're going to have to keep Angbor around for another turn. Repair-wise, I don't really want to repair them. Because I do want to spend some money on buildings, like the hall, to get that control up. And then we should have enough to buy another farm somewhere. Where is low on food? Probably Belfast. So let's get a farm there as well. If they attack again, we'll win, no problem. It's just the fact he costs so much, which is not ideal, but we can live with that for now. Right, Faramir, you go back to Caer Andros. Boromir, you're just going to sit in Osgiliath for a while. That should replenish on its own. See, look at that. The Ruins of the Dome has repaired itself in one turn. But it was going to cost us 2,000 coins to repair it. That is a bit strange. There's no one in Cirith Ungol. And we can still see Othrod in Durthang. So I don't think there's anything else for us to do this turn. Apart from maybe get Harondor in on the Corsairs. Nope. I haven't got any money, have I? No. A small gift, 2,000 gold. I don't think so. Not a chance. Yeah, they're bugging off south. Fair enough. So we've got 750 there from the mission. Excess wine from Lynn here. Due to increasing our production, our vintners have produced more wine than expected, and our wine vaults are already full. What should we do with the excess? So we can give it to the people for 5 growth for 5 turns. That's pretty good. Give it to the soldiers. That increases morale by 2 for 5 turns. We can sell it. Plus 10% wealth from commercial buildings for 5 turns. Or we can trade it. Plus 15% trade income for 5 turns. Trading it I don't think is going to yield that much. Selling it, 10% wealth, but only from commercial buildings, again, is going to be quite minimal. Morale, I'm not really bothered about. It's only 2. However, 5 growth is pretty good for 5 turns as well. So I think we're going to get that. Let's give it to the people. Denethor is a... I can't think of the word. What is he? Generous, that's the word I was thinking of. He is a generous steward. Anborn, our noble, has leveled up. So we're going to give him the 2nd tier of the noble perk. So he's going to get an extra 5% construction cost reduction, an extra control, and plus 6% income as well. Not too bad. Right, we can get rid of you. It's a shame that you didn't rank up there, but never mind. So we've disbanded him. If they come back, again, I'm not too concerned. We should be alright. They should probably finish repairing next turn as well. So in the meantime, let's grab that. They're quite low, so yeah, if we didn't have that growth, this Lamedon would not be growing, and it's on 0 already. And we're getting close to 0 food in this region. So we'll wait for that to build up to 2, and then we'll expand Mornemar and get a field there. And we've still got 1400 left. That should be finished next turn as well. It's probably worth picking up a garrison building in Osgiliath now. A watchtower, so let's build that. I think for the first few turns we can probably get away with it. But we are on legendary. And yeah, the army's moved from Durthang now. So they will be recruiting. So we want to try and bait them into attacking Osgiliath if we can. That's it. Let's just try Horondor again. Oh, it's moderate. Oh, no way. How much money have we got? Nothing. And then we have to try the proposition first, don't we? We've got 300. I'll give you 300 gold. No, okay. If they're moderate, then that means they're ready to go to war with someone. And I'd rather it be the Corsairs than us. That's for sure. Oh, come on. Oh, God's sake. Told you it was coming. Had to be us, didn't it? It had to be us. I mean, Horondor have only got 2 settlements, I think. So it's not the worst enemy to have. Yeah, their strength rank... Oh no, that's the Druidine. Although there's not much difference, to be fair. So they've got 2 regions, and their strength rank 20. They're defensive as well, so they're likely... Or they're unlikely to sort of strike out, I think. Being quite defensive. And the last time we were playing this as well, the Lost Laden tribes, or Harads basically, they go to war. Or they went to war with Horondor. So we won't be at war with them, I don't think, for too long. Mordor, though, are strength rank 2. So that is a huge concern. We're strength rank 3. And Rohan is strength rank 1. So I would expect them to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting in the north. We can see Dernlath and Dun here at Edoras. I mean, we're 9 turns in and they still haven't lost a settlement yet, so that's pretty good. It just depends when Isengard decides to strike. I think as well, I've seen a lot in the Discord particularly, but the common theme with, I think, Dale is quite overpowered. They seem to expand really quickly and just smash everyone around them, basically. So it can make it somewhat easier for Gondor, but again, I suppose it depends how long it takes Dale to come south and then start fighting against Mordor. But we certainly don't want to be defending here forever. We would like to try and push out. I would like to try and reclaim Ithilien if possible. So these two desolate settlements and Minas Morgul, certainly as a minimum. Right, how are we doing for money? The port is nearly finished. That should be next turn then. So we're going to grab the burial ground for more public order. We need to try and stabilize. I think that's the first priority as Gondor, is stabilizing the control of your regions while defending them. So it is tricky, but I think it can be done. So we've got the garrison building now. So we're pretty secure here in Osgiliath with what we've got. What we're researching. Standardized officer ranks at +2 morale. So once we finish this, we'll get the fiefdom conscription systems. That gives us a second tier of our barracks, which we want. And then what we'll do is we'll just get these other two. So it's going to be 10 turns to finish all these. But that's going to give us +1 to control, which is obviously minimal, but it is huge. Because that, with combination of the hall and the burial ground, will give us 5 public order or control. So that should stabilize all of our regions. And then obviously with the addition of governors or champions, nobles, whatever they're called, we can start to increase it. You also gain an increase to control if any good faction takes, I think, a major settlement from the bad faction or the evil factions, and vice versa. So if any evil factions take the key settlements from the good factions, you lose a control. So that can have quite an impact as well. And I do think they stack. So that's something we'll have to bear in mind. We do have a bit of money left, so I'll tell you what, we're going to get another farm in Laundra Vallis. It's always nice to get more farms up. And what we're going to do... do we get some militia, or do we wait? We've got the garrison building, so... Like I say, I think we are pretty secure there. But we don't want to get too many units. No, I think we'll wait. The longer we can hold off recruiting, the better, obviously, then the more money we can pump into our economy. Dominance level 2, that's great. That means we can get a second governor. Mordor's at war with Lothlorien now. Interesting. That could screw us up slightly though as well, because that means they're probably going to leave through Morannon. So it means Caer Andros is more at risk. Anborn's leveled up as well. Right, go for fiefdom conscription. Anborn, you get the reduction to upkeep. So you're pretty much sorted now. So we've stabilised in Lebanon. We're positive in Middle Gondor. We'll be at -1 in 2 turns in Belfast, so that's manageable. We're at -3 in Lamadon. Why are we at -3? That's given us +2. If we upgraded that, that would give us another 1. So we'd still be at -2. But what is giving us that extra... Because in Londgalen, if we built that, that would take us down to -1. As will Belfast when these two finish. But Lamadon, for some reason, is different. We built the same buildings, but we'd be at -2. Am I just being a simpleton? And I can't see why? There's nothing else that's affecting control. Ah, that's why. So we're not as far yet. So these are at minus 48 and 54. Oh no, that can't be right. That's 48. That's worse. That's only getting 1 as well. I'm at a loss. I'm at a complete loss. I'm just going to ignore it. Let's just... Oh, sorry. Apologies there. I might have hit the mic. Let's just pretend that that doesn't exist. So we'll get the burial ground. Apologies for any deafening sounds there. And we've still got 1,600 to play with. What do we want to get? Probably more farms, I think. Farms is the way to go. Honestly, that is the money maker. Those shepherds and sheep pens make a ridiculous amount of money for you. So yeah, let's get one in Ethring. And then what I'm going to do... I'll tell you what I would like is a spy. Which, if I remember correctly, we get from... That's a noble. That's a captain. Where's the other one? Is it in the... not the main settlement? Ranger, there we go. So, in an inn, we need to get the second tier of the town centre. And then we can unlock rangers, which are essentially spies. So we'll build that next turn. In Imloth as well, so we get a slight reduction. We saved nearly 200 gold coins, or just over, so that's pretty good. But do we want to recruit any units? Bows are pretty good, and they're pretty cheap. We could get... Oh, I could only get 1, actually. Recruitment is actually quite high. But the upkeep is pretty low. Is anyone else's recruitment cheaper? No, everyone's is the same. Okay, we'll leave it for now. Oh, of course, the governor. Right, where is... I think it's going to have to be Lamadon, isn't it? That's the worst. Affected, I mean. That's the place where we can't figure out why it's going down by an additional public order. Although Belfalas does earn a lot more than the other settlements. Barring the Benin, obviously. And it'd be quite good to sort out the public order there as well. I don't think it matters too much, because we should be stable, like I say, in a few turns. Probably by turn 18 or so. And then we can try to build it up. Let's get them in Lamadon. We'll try and increase the income and the public order there. So, we want... What do we want? Oh yes, and I completely forgot about the officers side of this game as well. So at the start of this campaign, we've put Boromir, Faramir and Imrahil in the councillor position. And obviously, as you can see, that gives them +1 personal influence and +1 to their authority. But when they've completed that, then they can move up. So basically, they keep going up each tier. So High Commander gives them +1 command and authority, which obviously is much better. And then Warden of the White Tower, that's where it starts to kick in. So they get -10% to the upkeep cost, which is really good. So we probably want to prioritise Boromir and Faramir for those. But there are some places... Yeah, so Captain General is -15, so probably try and get Boromir in there, I think. And the +2 command as well is very strong. I am digressing now. But I think it's the command that we need. So Imrahil's only on 4, but Boromir and Faramir are on 6. And I believe when we get to level 7, yeah, that's when we can get night battles. So that's what we want. Because obviously if we're facing endless hordes from Mordor, if we've got the enable night battles, then we can just cut off their entire reinforcement. And I believe when you're in a settlement... this is good. We should check this. Unless anyone knows, then please tell me. But if you're in a settlement with an army and you've got this ability, I'm sure you get the garrison when it's enabled. But if we're attacked by, say, 2 stacks from Mordor, they will only have the attacking army. They won't have the supporting one. I'm sure that's correct, but please someone let me know. Because that will be really good. And it makes then obviously defending these much, much easier. Right, back to the governors. I have mumbled my way through that. So, governor, who did we have as our general? I didn't level up, did he? So it doesn't really matter. So, governance and authority is what you want. Authority gives you more control, and obviously governance gives you construction cost reduction, and tax rate increase, which is great, and growth as well, actually. So it's very good. So he's got 3 governance, but he's got low authority. Ambush chance plus 30% though, so that's quite a good commander trait. If you couple that with the, the Moon Banner of Athelion, that gives you an additional 10% to ambush. So that's 40% chance there, just from him. So that would be really good. He's got additional replenishment, so he'd be very good. Herluin will keep him for a general. Same for Dervarin as well, plus 15% movement range. That's huge. Elfir is not bad. Plus 2 control is good. However, he does get a reduction in tax rate, so that's not great. Hurin, he's pretty good. Plus 2% tax rate, plus 2 control, and a -2 to construction cost. That's pretty good. But he does have low governance and authority. But I suppose we can build them up, can't we? So yeah, Hurin seems pretty good. So we'll take Hurin, and we're going to pop him in Lamadon. Hurin, get your ass in there. And then we can do control. So that'll be +3, so it'll be +2 then next turn. So that means we'll have Lamadon and Middle Gondor actually growing in control. It's stable in Lebanon, and then we just need to focus on Western Gondor and Belfalas. So that's pretty good. At turn 11, we would have stabilised 4 of the 6 regions that we start with. That's pretty good. Right, let's end turn again. We don't have anything else, do we? Nope. Corsairs, do you fancy peace? No, okay. Corondor? No. You're strength rank 20. How dare you attack me? I'm strength rank 3. I'll wipe the floor with you, scabby peasants. All that gold does not glitter. The White Tower's many messengers abroad ensure that little of the ongoings of Middle-earth escapes the steward of Gondor. So this is the message that sort of introduces Aragon. There's stirrings in Middle-earth, in sort of the northwest, that Strider is knocking about. We definitely want to inquire about him. Let's see where that goes. I assume there will be the part of the quest is you can have Aragon become king. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, I mean, Denethor's doing a pretty good job, and he's a very good steward, or governor, should I say. So we don't want to lose him. Now, where's Mordor? Mordor's now strength rank 1. Oh, God. Okay, and they're only at war with us and Lothlorien, and we border them. Well, we are closer to them, should I say. Rohan, you've dropped 2. What's happened? You need to pull your finger out. There's no armies to the south, so we're okay. So control will stabilise next turn in Belflath. That's fantastic. And then we'll be at -1 in Londgarland. So we can't really do much about that. However, I'm really nervous about Mordor now. The fact that they are strength rank 1. And Othrod, who is the starting general, has still just got 7 units and has moved back to Durthang. So where the hell are all of their armies? Right, I tell you what, we need to build... it's cheaper in Imloth, isn't it? Yeah, build me that. We need sight range, and I'm going to build another garrison building in Caer Andros. And I'm also going to pull Imrahil out. We're going to stick him behind Osgiliath, but I'm going to put him in ambush stance. So he should still be able to support, but the AI will think he isn't there, basically. So Osgiliath might be easy for them to take. That's the theory, anyway. I don't know how much truth there is behind that. But yeah, we need more sight range in here. We need to know what's going on. They're strength rank 1, and we can only see 1 army. That's not good. We're going to get 2 more bow militia as well. Oh, Christ. I thought they were going to pour out there. It's like 3 or 4 armies just pouring out of Mordor. All that is gold does not glitter. We just had that. Messengers was sent back to Bree at haste with orders to inquire about this ranger and bid him come to the White City. Okay, so we basically sent messengers off to try and locate Aragon. And we're going to try and bring him back. We have to await further developments. Very cool. Anorian population surplus, that's nice. We haven't really got anything right now. I really don't want to spend the extra 300. The food I'm not bothered about. But we're already spending 600 on the 2 watchtowers. If we upgraded them both, we'd be losing 1200. It's too much. What we need to start doing is pumping out these tier 2 farms. Because we're going to make a hell of a lot of money there. So we currently make 100 from each one. We upgrade it, we're going to make 400. So it's a 300 increase where you've got rich, fertile land. I think it drops slightly. Yeah. So you get plus 20 for each fertility level. So it drops by 20, but you're still getting 380 as opposed to 400 in good land. So that's pretty decent. So we've got a couple of extra units there. I'm going to do the same in Faramir's army. Purely because they're the cheapest unit, I think. I don't really want to. It's going to be an extra 400 gold that we're spending per turn. But the fact that Mordor are strength rank 1 is just really concerning. Corsairs, they don't want peace. Gondor, they don't want peace either. Yeah, we need that spy. Men of Gondor, stand ready. I'll tell you what we're going to do. If I move them out, they're going to get a hit by 2, aren't they? Yeah. Stick him in the army, though. That saves us nearly 400 gold a turn. So that's huge. Because he's providing an additional 10% upkeep production. So that's very good. That's going to offset the amount cost for the archers. Mission issued. Defeat the invading force. Defeat the following army. Battle the necromancers. And we get more recruits. Plus 4 control faction wide. Wow. And recruitment cost minus 15%. That's really good. We definitely need to do that. 4 control for 3 turns. That's huge. That will help us out. The trouble we've got here. So, necromancers, that's Othrod's army. Then we've got the Mouth of Sauron, who's just popped out. And we've got Minas Morgul behind. So, they've got a garrison of 7 units. We've got the Mouth of Sauron, who I'm going to assume is a cavalry bodyguard. I don't know if he is because we can't see. And then Othrod has also got 7 units, but I think he's a Black Shield bodyguard unit. So we can take them out. They're not as bad as, say, Servants of the Eye, dismounted. So they're much easier to fight. So that'll give them 15 units. We've got 13. We've got 15 units as well. However, we would be attacking a fortified position. I don't know what that looks like in this mod. I don't know if they get like a camp in the middle or anything, what the reinforcements will do. And also, Minas Morgul's garrison is really strong. 7th of the Eye Cavalry is very good. Orc Archers are pretty good. Morgul Guard, again, they're all very good. These are just all very good units. They're tier 2 upwards. Morgul Warband are very reliable. So yeah, that could be a challenge. But I'm thinking if we do manage to do it, we could sack it. Then we destroy these 2 armies before they start building up even more. That's my only concern. Because if we allow them, we are just going to get swarmed. We need to constantly attack while defending, which sounds insane. But as they say, the best, what is it? The best defense is offense. Is that right? I hope that's right. Yeah, they're still strength rank 1. And there's no way they're going to be strength rank 1 with just these 2 armies. They're going to have loads somewhere. We just can't see them. And there will come a day where they just flood through this gap. So we might have to do that. I'm going to end it here though. But let me know what you think we should do. We've got some decent Gondor units there. The Bull Militia's not great. Athelian Rangers will do really well. But even then, our movement is heavily reduced. Because of, is it winter? Yeah. Minus 35% campaign movement range reduction. That's huge. So yeah, we're tied on units. However, their units are significantly better than ours. Even Othrod's army, he's got Mordor Orc Warriors and Morgul Warband. Yeah, that is going to be tough. We're essentially going to be relying on ranged units to win that fight. And I don't think they're that good. Bar the Athelian Rangers, obviously. It's this garrison. It's a really strong garrison. But yeah, let me know what you think. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I shall catch you all in the next one.